Met you end of last summer, never wanted to leave. Loving you was a bummer, we just couldn't let be. Gave the world a new color, now I'm falling deeper than deep. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know, even when the days go by and we're both gray and old. You're my somebody, you're my nobody, you're my body. In the dark, and the hands are shaking, I'm alive, but nobody's blaming. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. Hold me close, and don't let me go now. Every dose, I don't wanna slow down. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. Can't forget. Can't forget. Pop it. I can't get you out of my head. If the world was on fire, maybe we could go far. Two of us could play dirty. I know you like fast cars. You seem like a forever, and I just wanna be where you are. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know, even when the days go by and we're both gray and old. You're my somebody, you're my nobody, you're my body. Hold me close, and don't let me go now. Every dose, I don't wanna slow down. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my I can't get you out of my
Somewhere in a moment, a dream, I feel you rushing over me. So let me get closer to see, to be. Some days will be broken, we bleed, but you're all I ever really need. So let me be open to lead, to breathe. So if we're gonna run, then we're gonna fly. We could fall in love, never knowing why.
Yo, yo.
All we want is us when we're out of time. Us. Oh. If we wanna know, then we gotta try. No way we could go without you and I. All we got is us, 'cause we're out of time. Us. Yeah.
summer, never wanted to leave. Loving you was a bummer. We just could.
Come on, before the drop, I want 5 more likes. So we start the live stream with the drop. Just 5 likes!
Loving you was a bummer. We just couldn't let be. Gave the world a new color. Now I'm falling deeper than deep. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know. Even when the days go by and we're both graying old. You're my somebody, you're my nobody.
Come on, 2 likes before the drop. Just 2 likes. You can do it. 1 more like. The drop is coming. Just 1 like. Who the fuck deleted the like? Come on. Here it comes. Fake the drop. No. What's up? How are you guys? How are you? How is it going? How is it going? Why the fuck are you deleting likes? I hate you guys. Why you do this? Hate you. I hate you. How are you? How are you? How are you? New week, new live stream. I know I had to do the live stream last week. The live stream yesterday, but I couldn't. So I'm doing it today. Wait. The problem today is that maybe you are wait, what the fuck? Maybe Zenworld does the live stream at the same time as me, so that's not a good thing, but I couldn't do it yesterday, so today's the day. No problem, no problem. I mean, no problem at all. We can win against Zenworld. I know we can do it. We can do it, guys. But to do it, you need to leave a like, so this way this live stream goes a bit better, YouTube shows it to more people, and we have more fun. Okay, how are you? Borremos likes, dice, no cabrón. How are you? What's up, man? What's up, man? You look very handsome today. Thank you, man. Thank you. Love this remix. By the way, guys, next week the 3 remix winners are gonna be out everywhere. Next week, 16th of December, we did it. 16th of December, the 3 winners of my remix competition are gonna be out everywhere. So guys, I just want you to support them as much as possible. Listening everywhere, listening on repeat. Just maybe put the song in repeat on Spotify and go to the school and leave the computer on repeat or something like that. Share it everywhere, you know, and support the guys that won the remix competition because they deserve it so much. Really, really, really good remixes. Does SoundCloud work for you? Yeah, it's working for me. SoundCloud works for me. I mean, actually, the music you're just listening in the background is from SoundCloud, so I don't know what's happening, but for me it's working. If it doesn't work for you, maybe just send the Dropbox link, okay, when we start the live stream. By the way, as I said, next week the 3 remixes are gonna get out, and how I did that, because there's no label, okay, I didn't use any label for the song because it was a self-release song. So what did they do? Release them through DistroKid. This way we're gonna get 100% of the money. I don't know how I'm gonna divide it with them because they don't have DistroKid, so it's a bit more complicated, blah blah blah. Wow, that's a thing with them. But I use DistroKid, so this way I can release it the day I want, the way I want, and everything is more simple. And if you want to self-release your music, just use DistroKid. With this link you have a 7% discount, and this way it's a bit cheaper for you, and you can release as many songs as you want. If you want to release 1,000 songs, you can release 1,000 songs. Okay. I sent a Dropbox link a couple of minutes ago. Is that showing? No, man. I will say the email to what email you have to send your music. I will say that in some minutes, and you cannot send it before I say it, because otherwise people just send it when they know there's a live stream and they don't come to the live stream, and I don't like that, you know. SoundCloud doesn't work for me. SoundCloud is not working. It's working for me, but just use Dropbox. Okay, upload your song to Dropbox. You still have some minutes to go and upload it. Okay. Because Dropbox is working, I think. So just use Dropbox if you want to send a song. Okay, but if you send a SoundCloud link, it's working for me, at least for now. Okay. What else? Yeah. Next week the remixes are gonna get out. Use DistroKid. You can use DistroKid also. It's gonna be cheaper for you. You're gonna help me. You know, DistroKid is sponsoring these live streams. Thank you so much to them also, as always. And I had to say something else. I don't know. Check this. Look what I got! Hey!
You didn't have to shut me out. Maybe I just get too much. I didn't mean to start so strong, but I'm addicted to your touch. No sleep, 'cause I'm falling for your tricks again. I still dream about the good old days. It was simple then.
You like it? You like it or what? It's the new Denon SC Live 4. I like that one because I think it's so useful, actually, because what they did is to put some built-in speakers. Okay, and maybe you're thinking, no, you're not gonna use that to DJ live. Yeah, of course. But for example, here in my room, what they have is I have like the speakers are connected to the audio interface. Now the interface is connected to the computer. Okay, so if I want to use these speakers, I need to unplug them from the audio interface, get the cables, plug them to the DJ controller. The DJ controller is there, okay, but the speakers are here, so I would be like DJing like this, but the speakers would be like behind me, so it's so annoying. So for me, it's extremely comfortable that it has some speakers, because it's way easier to just play there. It's way more comfortable, and they sound quite decent, you know. So I think it's a really good thing. Wildcrow got it for tomorrow and say I wish. A lot of banger will be played on that one. How much did it cost? I will make a video about that, okay? Because actually I didn't buy it. I will make a video explaining that, and actually it's pretty worth it. Okay. Where are the speakers located on the controller? The top thing. I mean, you have here the screen, so at the right and left of the screen. When you're gonna start? Right now. Come on, guys. Wait a little bit. Chill. I mean, this is not like it will be really boring to just start the live stream and start listening to music. Come on, give me some time to talk with you. I want to connect with you. I want to reply your questions and all these kind of things. So yeah, I will test it a lot, you know, and try a lot of things, because the one I had was the DJ 400. It's a lot more limited, and probably will start creating content with that, you know, maybe mashups, maybe DJ sets, or maybe, I don't know, some kind of content for Instagram, YouTube, and all of that. Okay. But yeah, we'll use that. And I just tested really quick, and I like it, but it has one problem. One thing that in my opinion, is a problem and is an error they should solve. Is the Q and the play button. The Q and the play buttons are buttons that if this is the button and I just do something like this, like I almost touch it, it should be played. You know, it should be pushed. Like I almost don't touch the play and the play should work, you know? But here's not like this. Here, I mean, you know, like if you have a DJ, like sometimes this is the Q button and the play, okay? You're like the Q marking the tempo and then boom, okay? So it happened a lot of times that I'm like this and the Q is not working and I'm pressing quite hard and the Q is not working and then I press play and it doesn't work. And that's a really big problem in my opinion. It's really hard, the button. So sometimes you press play or you press Q and it doesn't work. And that's a big problem. I mean, it can happen with other things, with the effects or with other things, but not with the Q and the play, you know? So that's a big mistake. Do we create vocal first or beat first? That depends on you. I like first to work on the song, send it to a singer, and the singer does his or her job, and just that. Could you please do a video about enhancing and growing your fanbase, Spotify, Instagram? I have a lot of videos about that. Okay, just look Wildcrow Grow or Wildcrow Spotify, and you're gonna have a lot of videos. Okay. Everything is down. SoundCloud is working for me. The music you hear in the background is on SoundCloud. But as I said, just send me a Dropbox link. There's no problem. Did you have anything with Alveda music? I don't know who that is. Fab not non-EDM genre. Spanish hip hop or rock. Where to send it, bro? I will say that in 1 minute. Wildcrow needs to hit the gym. Work on those fingers, bro. I mean, I don't want to flex, but I go to the gym. But no, it's really, I mean, I have the DJ 400, and that one you almost, I mean, you barely touch the play button, and the play button works. But on this one, you have to push really strong, like really push it, you know, and that's a big mistake. Which though to use as a complete beginner? My opinion, FL Studio. Cubase is so complex for beginner. If you have to mix two genres, what will you mix? I don't know. Use a hot cue. Yeah, but you know, I'm comfortable with the cue and the play, and that's what I would probably use anywhere else. What if you didn't have hot cues? Is it hard to sound design leads or other sounds? I have videos about that, and I think it's not complicated. Okay, so I'm gonna delete all the emails I got before now. I'm gonna post the email on the chat, and then you're gonna start sending. If you don't have SoundCloud, if it's not working for you because it's down or whatever in your country, send me a Dropbox link, okay? But only SoundCloud and only Dropbox, nothing else, please. No YouTube, no Google Drive, no Spotify, no attached song in the mail. Fucking SoundCloud and fucking Dropbox, okay? Thanks. Okay, you can send your music now. And of course, you can also like the live stream, you know. 49 people, only 41 likes. No, that's not good. That's not good. Look, it's so simple. You just touch. I have here my live stream. You just touch here. And here you have the button. You click here. And you have the like. You see? That's simple. That's simple. And if you are on the computer, it's even more simple. Okay, thank you. The part I'm struggling with is that the volume of vocal and beat to sing together. I mean, by sing you mean put the vocal at the right volume. My advice is to use the ping noise. I uploaded a video on Instagram some days ago about that, also on YouTube. And it's my advice. Any plans to start your own radio show? No. They take so much time, they don't really help you in my opinion to grow or so. I used to have the Wildcrow sets. It took me so much to like prepare the set, go to the place where I record the set, prepare everything to record the set, and then edit the set. It was so much time and not worth it at all. So I prefer to do other things that were way more worth it. Tell me one thing: making projects like how can it help us improve in music production? Or try new things can help. What? I didn't understand you, Kiko. How can it help us improve in music production? Making projects, because you practice. Or trying new things can help us improve, of course. Both things. Ever tried Logic? Yeah, once. At an Apple store. There was a Mac, I opened Logic and I tried something there. Alright, Jay. Are you playing subscribers music today? Yeah. Listen to your music, giving you feedback. No habéis empezado aún, ¿no? No, o sea, ya lo han enviado. Puedes enviarlo cuando quieras. When you started music production a long time ago, is SoundCloud working? For me, it's working. But if not, just send a Dropbox link. Okay. Send your music. We're gonna start right now. What do you choose, Windows or Mac? Always Windows. Always. Always. Is way cheaper for way more power, you know? I mean, this long time ago, well, not that much, but there was a website about technology, and so what they did was to spend the same amount of money to build a Mac, but an iMac, sorry, not a laptop, an iMac, and build a desktop PC. Okay, the same amount of money. And the desktop PC was like way more powerful for everything. Like they tested like 3D renderings, you know, and it was like maybe 3 or 4 times faster. They tested video renderings, like really complex and heavy, or like heavy CPU usage things, and also graphic things and all of that. And the desktop, the Windows desktop was way better in everything. For the same amount of money, Windows is always gonna be better. Apart from that, I like more the Windows OS, not the Mac OS. M1 is better than most laptops in the same price range. Disagree. An M1 laptop maybe cost you $2,000. For $2,000, you have a beast, a Windows beast. Thank you so much, Octatones, for those €5, man. Thank you so much. Do you have a plan to make tutorials about ditching tips and tricks? Probably not, because I'm not the best one on that. And there are a ton of videos about that. So I think it's better that you go and watch somebody else that knows better what he's doing. Did you watch Morocco versus Spain? Just the penalties. I don't care at all about football. Just watch that. Love and One has been amazing for me, and it cost around 1,000, 1,100 only. Then it's not the same M1 as the. Probably you didn't have the MacBook Pro. But anyway, I prefer way more a Windows than a Mac for everything. I mean, like how it's built, the freedom I have for everything. I mean, even the organization is better on Windows. My opinion. That's my opinion. You can do whatever you want to do. You are free, okay? And for music production, it doesn't matter if you have Mac or Windows, okay? I hate that people that is like, no, Mac is better for music production. No, it's not. It's not. It's not at all. It's not. No, but I went to a studio record, and a studio of a really professional mixer engineering, he had a Mac. So, what does that mean? Nothing. So just use whatever you want to use. Okay, guys, we're gonna start with this. I'm gonna just go to the first one, but of course, let me mark Octatones because he donated. Where is he? Octa. I don't know where he is, but well, I will look later. The first one today. If SoundCloud doesn't work, then Dropbox link here. For me, it's working. Yeah, for me, it's working. Okay. Oh, Sonar works as always. Okay, this thing is a must. If you didn't get it on Black Friday, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you didn't get it because I always say the same. This is what I listen in my sweet spot. This huge boost on the lows, this dip here, this boost on the highs. But with Sonarworks, I hear this exactly how the song is. I don't have an EQ of on my room, you know, because if you don't have a really treated room, you're gonna have an EQ, and in this case, this is the EQ that is applied on my room, you know. So with this, I don't have an EQ, so it's perfect. Okay. Are you using FO21 now? No. I just checked what it has. I didn't download it, and maybe we could talk about that. But I know you want some feedback, so let's maybe check feedback. Maybe then talk about FO21 and then check more feedback or whatever. Never mind. Okay. Let me just check that you have everything. That everything is perfect. Like this is my ugly face. This is the chat. Beautiful chat. Or beautiful layout. I know. You have my Instagram on 12 and you also have my Patreon. Oh, by the way, yeah, sorry, we're gonna start right now. I'm gonna do a live Q&A with examples and a lot of help, but this is gonna be this month, but it's gonna be private, only for my Patreon members. If you want to be a Patreon member, down below in the description you have the link. And if you are a pro member, you're gonna have a ton of things, like 9 sample packs of 9 of my songs. You're gonna have an exclusive sound bank. You're gonna have stems of my songs. You're gonna have a lot of help every single month. And actually this month, it doesn't matter if you are basic or pro member, you're gonna have, apart from the live Q&A, you're also gonna have free sample pack. Okay, so I recommend you to be a Patreon member. It's this. Okay, go check it down below in the description. You have the link. Okay, so be a Patreon member. All right, so yeah, we're gonna start with this song. Let's go. Okay, just the mix is quite good. Just some things like to go a bit more like to perfection. Here on this kind of lo-fi or filter piano, I would reduce a little bit, probably on 200-300 hertz. Okay, to make it a little bit thinner, a little bit cleaner. And to the vocal, I would try to make the top high frequencies a bit more sharp or so. Just boost a little bit on the highs, but only on the dry signal, not on the reverb, okay? This is good, but maybe the vocal is a little bit on the background. But what I would do is not boost the vocal, because otherwise the vocal would be way too loud compared to the break. So what I would do is just reduce the drop drums. Release a little bit the hi-hats.
Cries for you. There's nothing I'd rather do. Every time.
The vibe is really good. Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe you can compress it and make it a little bit louder, but it's good. Label recommendation, I don't know, because I don't really listen to this kind of music, but maybe something like, maybe try Selected. You know, they go for this kind of chill vibes, or just what I normally do is I look for artists that have the same kind of music, and I look where they release the music, and just that, you know, is the simple way. Nice one, man, nice one. Let's see if Octatones already sent the song. Octatones, no, Octatones. Yeah, he sent the song, so let's check this one. Guys, can we reach 50 likes? Only 2 more likes. Come on, we can do it. By the way, we go from a really chill vibe song to a really aggressive hardstyle, raw style song. Raw, okay, nice.
Hear the battle cries. With power we will rise.
I will make the vocal a little bit louder, and on this, this kind of screeches or leads, I would maybe add a bit more mid frequency, like 400 or 500, and a bit less top highs to make it a bit warmer.
With power we will rise. The awakening.
Okay, first I expected the drop to be a bit harder. Maybe distort a little bit more the bass, and maybe make it a little bit louder if you can. But then, what I don't really like are the screeches. Like, they have a lot of high frequencies, but not any body. So it's like, it's a bit annoying for me.
Rise up and fight for the final hour. Awakening, mighty warrior, wandering the land.
For me, usually these kind of vocals, the problem they have is that they are so deep that they feel a bit dirty. Okay, so my advice is that you check another song that has similar vocals and compare. Okay, let's see if yours is sounding good or maybe sounds dirty, because right now, just by listening to it, it feels dirty to me. But I guess on this kind of vocals in other songs, they sound like this. So always have a reference song.
Ready to strike and make his final stand. Surrounded by horror, in a going drifting towards. Forgive me for my sins. Hear the battle cries.
Here the vocal gets a little bit lost in the background, like you need to make it a bit louder in this part, so maybe compress a bit more the vocal or just make it louder.
They are coming. With power we will rise. Come together. Be free. The awakening.
Okay, here, this part in my opinion should be louder than the previous part. The leads, again, need more mids. It's like you, on the leads and scratches, you're missing the lows, the body of it. And then I would add some, a bass melody, you know, to cover more the lows and so. Again, I mean, in the whole song, you're boosting way too much the highs and not enough the mid, so he's losing some strength. The kick, in my opinion, again, needs a bit more power, but especially check this kick. This one, the third one. We don't hear the sub bass on the third one, probably because it's way too low. So maybe what you can do is you can do several things. First, instead of going down on that kick, go up, you know, 1 octave higher. Or if not, what you can do is on this kick, you take just a sine wave, you know, a normal sine wave from any synth, and you put the same note, of course, but 1 octave higher. So this way is like the kick, the normal kick is gonna be here, the sub is gonna be here, way too low. But with that sub bass synth, you're gonna cover this part here. Let's say 80 hertz, you know. So this way you're gonna make it easy to hear, because right now we don't hear the sub bass in this note of the kick, okay, because it's way too low. So or you put the kick 1 octave higher, or you add a sub bass 1 octave higher to cover that area. Again, I think the idea is so good and so, but like you're missing a lot of body on the leads and so, and way too much high frequencies, and is being a bit annoying. Thank you so much to Carl for the donation, to Pratham Induha for the donation, and thank you so much to it's Lumarl or Lumari? Wow, Lumer. Thank you so much for those €5. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna check on a donation first, okay? But thank you so much. I have a list right now, and I will try to follow the list so I don't miss any donation. Do you think it's good to self-release for first release? If you cannot sign it to any label, yes, self-release, okay? And if you want to self-release, as I always say, you can use this DistroKid, 7% discount, and this way you save a bit of money and you help me. And I said before, because I see there's more people now, next week, next Friday, 16th of December, new music. The 3 remixes of my Out of My Head remix competition, okay? The 3 winners are gonna get out. And to release the songs the day we won, the way we won, we just used DistroKid, okay? So as you can see, I use it, okay? It's not like I want to sell you something. No, if I recommend it, it's because I use it. I've always been using that, okay? So now, let's check the second one. In order. Edgar, it's been a long time since your last song, man.
Hiding my wrist, I've lost the taste for my life, going back to the start. Still running in circles, unraveling bow. I'm stuck in my feelings, alone on and on.
For me, the vocal has a little bit too much mids, like 500 hertz, something like that, 600.
And I forgot what I'm living for today. The same with another days. I'm learning to understand myself and be strong on my way and pray. So I don't wanna give up. I don't wanna give up. So I don't wanna give up. I don't wanna give
Okay, so far so good, sounds so nice. For me, has a little bit too much mids on everything. The kick, maybe it's a bit loud. Yeah, maybe it's a bit loud. As you can see, I raise the volume because sometimes it's good to raise the volume to check these kind of things. And for me, it's a bit loud, but especially I would try to reduce probably on around 100 hertz, reduce like 3-4 dBs. So this way it's not that boomy because it's a little bit boomy for me. And then here I would add a clap for sure. For me, this hi-hat is a bit annoying, has some high resonance, not a resonance, but some high frequency that annoys me a little bit. Maybe they are too hard, too harsh.
I've lost the taste for circle and on and on. So I don't wanna give up. I don't wanna give up. So I don't wanna give up. I don't wanna.
Okay, you have the clap here, but I would also add it here maybe because otherwise this part feels a bit. Actually, 1 month ago or so, I decided to do a kind of inspiration playlist on Spotify, you know, and I look for a lot of different genres. I just went to, I don't know, random playlist on Spotify, on labels and so, just listening really quick to the songs and putting them on that playlist. And I was listening to a song and I was like, oh, I like this one. Who is the producer? And actually it was Edgar, you know. I don't know what song it was, but really nice one. And I have it there. Kind of inspiration. It's so good. And actually I'm making something kind of similar, but more energetic, you know, has way more strength. And so, not that deep, but kind of going in this direction, we could say. The song could be a bit longer. No, I think it's good. Almost 3 minutes without intro and outro, it's good. Hola, Sánchez. Okay, next one. Let's check Carl, okay? Is today a meme song? Okay, can you grade my wife? It's her birthday, but man, I mean, I don't know how old are you, but by your picture it seems like you are not even an adult. Like you are 15 or something like that. How old are you? And your wife is like a joke? It's just your girlfriend or is it really your wife? I mean, like my head exploded right now. I'm 28? What? What? You're not 28. What the fuck? You changed your picture. That's not... Wait. No. I'm gonna go to Instagram or something. You are not 28. What the fuck? What's your trick? To be that young? Wait, because I don't want you to see some things. Okay, I got this picture from Instagram. Man, guys, please, I want you to tell me in the chat right now if he looks 28 years old. What the fuck? Man, you look like 15. What the fuck? What's your trick? I want your trick to look so young. Asians, bro. 13, maybe not 13, but like 15, 16. I thought you were like that. I didn't know you were... I would don't want to be so old, but you know what I mean. What the fuck? That's why this message like exploded in my mind, because I thought you were like 15, 16, and I was like my wife, and it's like, what the fuck? I'm not joking, I have 2 kids. What the fuck? Well, so happy birthday, Larry. Happy birthday. Right now, my mind exploded. I mean, you've been here like for a month on the live streams and so, and I've always thought you were like 15, 16. Oh my god. Gracias, Jay. Te pongo en la lista, ¿vale? De donaciones. Va a tardar un poco, lo siento. Okay, let's check this one.
I'm the original Dan Gala, make a ball for your mama, daddy one jiggy drummer with an earth side swagger. Girl them holla cause they can't get dollar. Riding to the hood on a 6 Impala, hey!
I like so much the reggae vocals. Maybe reduce. They sound a bit like bad quality mixing, recording.
6 Impala, hey! I'm doing okay, everyone the real.
Yeah, reduce probably from 500 hertz to 1000. You know, a big curve there, reduce, and maybe boost a bit on the 300 hertz. You know, this way it's gonna have more body and it's gonna sound a bit cleaner.
Let's go round my way, high definition like a Blu-ray. Bitch, I'm a monster, call me Kanye. Now break it to the left, do the break, hey. Now break it to the right, do the break, hey. Now break it to the front, do the break, yes. Do the break, do the break, do the break. Now break it to the left, do the break, hey. Now break it to the right, do the break, hey. Now break it to the front, do the break, yes. Do the break, do the break, do the break, do the break.
Okay, the things I'm gonna say is just to make it sound a little bit better, but the idea is like pure fire, you know? I mean, just look at the chat. The idea is so good, so good, so good. And I mean, I've heard songs, worst songs, that are on really big labels, you know, but you never know. Maybe you send this to Stamp and they sign it at once. At the first time they listen, it's like, okay, it's a sign. Or maybe they listen and not any label wants it. You never know. It's like this. What I said about the vocals, okay, then the build-up and so is good. And then the drop is really good. For example, this bass... Maybe, I mean, in general, for me, it has a little bit too much highs on everything and not enough body. Like, this bass has a bit too much highs for me. I was going to say the kick needs a bit more sub bass, but no, this kind of kick is like more kind of tech house kick or so. Like, it's really strong on the mids, so it's good. And maybe the synth, both synth, the kind of bass and this kind of plucky sound, maybe are a little bit wide. Just those things. The rest is really good. If Hexagon or Generation X doesn't take this, it's just bad luck, you know, because it's what they say. Sometimes you send a song to a label, is way better than other people's song that sign it there, you know. Just, I mean, not like subjective things, because you always can think that your song is better. No, like objective, you know, like, or maybe for somebody else. I heard music on Revealed, I heard music on Hexagon that are worse than this song, and maybe Carl send it and they don't want it, because you never know. It's like this bullshit. That's what happens in this scene. But as always, if you cannot sign your music, just distribute it with my link. Ooh, here I think you made it kind of wrong. Like, these chords are a bit too loud if you compare with the plucky lead and so. Like, all of a sudden they're super loud, and they sound maybe a little bit too in the tune. Maybe just if you raise a little bit the volume, it's gonna sound good, you know, so don't worry that much. Pure Fire. Really good song. Good luck, man. Good luck. You deserve it on Hexagon. You deserve it on Hexagon. So good luck. Fingers crossed. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is just choose a random song with a random name generated. We have 47, so 47. Number 3, okay. 1, 2, 3. Joyride. Oh, this guy was one of the top 10 on the remix competition. By the way, I say it again. Next week, next Friday, 16th of December, the 3 winners of my remix competition are gonna be out everywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, Instagram, everywhere, you know. And we use DistroKid. I know I'm promoting too much today DistroKid, but it's good today to promote it, you know. Next one by Joyride. Let's go.
How can you look at me and say we're better together?
By the way, lively cuts. You don't have to send it to my Dropbox. You need to send it to the email I have right here. You have a message attached, you know, a message, pinned comment. So you have to send it to this email, not to my Dropbox or something. Just to this email.
When you stay so cold, no matter the weather.
I know where you took this break from. I know it, man. I know it. This is from my remix competition. That's a good thing. I mean, the chords and so are not at all the original song of my remix competition. The song was so good, you didn't win. You delete the vocal, look for another vocal, and you release it. Good choice.
Got loose, try it out on my own. Don't waste another second with you. I'd rather be someone who's all alone instead of trying to.
Just when you get a vocal, make sure the vocal has a lot of body, a lot of deep voice, you know, because it's a little bit what is missing on this one.
Make it through. You hurt me and cut me and tear me down. Love me then hate me, no middle ground. Break all the pieces, then ask me how to put this back together again before time runs out. Before time runs out. Before time runs out.
You changed the melody, right? Because the original melody, the melody you had was too similar to my melody, right?
Before time runs out. Before time runs out.
I miss a little bit of warmth. Maybe a deep mid bass can work, and the rest is really good. The clap I don't think is thin, but it's a bit loud.
How can you look at me and say we're better together? When you stay so cold, no matter the weather.
Goodbye, Carl. Thanks for the donation.
Got loose, try it out on my own. Don't waste another second with you. You cut me and it'll be hard again before time runs out. 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 Cut me and dance me how.
Nah, the idea is so good and sounds really good. Really, really good. Nice one. Just look for the perfect vocal. And it's gonna be a really nice song. Okay, next one. Another donation. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. We don't have a lot, so I can go like donation, not donation, donation, not donation. So this way, you understand that you don't need to donate, but if you donate, thank you so much. I can buy a pizza this night. Can you check mine next? No. I check the donation and I check a not donation. The not donation is just random or in order. So, I'm sorry. Next one by Pratham Induha. Okay? Well, Braxton. Okay, let's go step by step. First of all, here is good. Maybe you can make the reeds a bit fatter by increasing a bit the mid-lows, like 100, 200 hertz. You have a vocal. Here you have two choices. Or you add more reverb and you have it like in the background, or you make it like a main vocal. And if you make it, well, in both cases, I think you need to increase more the volume. But of course, if you want it as a main vocal, you need to increase it more because we basically don't hear it. Okay? I think you can choose other snares that are a bit better. These ones are way too much like big room, old big room. And then here, you need a strong impact, like boom. Okay? But then it feels like the drop is off key, like not in the same key as the break. Or at least the first note is like, it's not the right one. And then here, these leads are not the best ones. They could be bigger, they could be a bit fatter and a bit cleaner. And the main ones, same thing, a bit too dry. I would add more reverb. I don't think are the best ones. And also I miss a little bit of sub bass on the drop. You need to work more on the second break. You already have like a kind of empty, just wrist bass and a little bit more things in the first break. So this one you should have way more rhythm, another melody, maybe a breakbeat, whatever. But just this is gonna be boring. And it's basically 30 seconds or 45 seconds of just a wrist bass. This is not good. You need to work a lot more on the second break. But they said you need way more reverb. It sounds way too dry. Way too dry, okay? And work especially on the second break. I mean, it's good to start just like this, the song. Creates tension, but if you make it like really short, okay, just 8 bars and then the build up, it's good. But then here you have 16 or 24 bars of just the wrist bass. This is not good. This is way too boring, okay? You need to improve that. You need to make it more interesting. Otherwise, people is gonna get super boring, get super bored of your song and are gonna skip it. And you don't want this, okay? You always need to think. When you make a song, okay, you need to think, well, especially on the arrangement, you need to think like this. You need to think that people are not gonna like your song and are gonna skip it like in 5 seconds, okay? So what can you make to make them not skip in 5 seconds? And maybe wait 20 seconds, you know? Because in 20 seconds, maybe they don't skip it. You know, like you're on Spotify, you listen to the first 5 seconds, you don't like it, you skip it, you go to the next one. I'm like this, you are like this, everybody's like this. Okay? So you need to make that those 5 seconds are good. And then when they go to the second break, that is not boring, because otherwise they're gonna skip it. And that's gonna be bad for you. So you always need to make the song interesting and make people want to keep listening to see what's next, what's coming next, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna go in order. Is this one? But guys, you're telling me that you are not in the list or so. First of all, as you can see, there are a lot of people here. If you send it to the email that in the pinned comment, then it's good, okay? And if you don't see, it's because there's a lot of emails. And if your mail is not here, maybe it's on the spam or whatever. It's here, as you can see, okay? Music by TSR, okay? Where is him? Music by TSR is here, okay? So stop saying it's not there. If you send it, it's here, just like this. Let's go.
So you say we're over. So you say we're barely holding.
I would reduce a little bit on the mids of the vocal and a bit more and boost a bit on the mid lows, like boost on 200-300 hertz, reduce on 400-500-600 hertz. Okay, a little bit. But then especially the guitar in the background, I think it has a bit too much reverb. ¿Cuál es tu email? Mira el comentario fijado, está ahí.
So you say we're barely holding on. That our game comes to closure.
Also, the snare here on this drum loop is has a bit too much reverb. I don't know if it's just a pre-made drum loop or if you made it. If you made it, reduce a little bit on the reverb. Make the snare a bit closer to the listener. Because the thing is, when you have a lot of reverb on a song, you need kind of dry things. Otherwise, the song is going to feel like in the background, right? Really far away from you, and that's not going to be good. You need some things at the back and some things on the front, you know? So in this case, for example, the kick and the snare can be really close to you if you have everything in the back. So this way you compensate the reverb.
But I still feel so strong, feel so strong. To keep moving on, to keep moving until the light is gone, until the light is gone. I'm still dreaming on about how we gonna break out. Out of this battleground, safe and sound. Knowing that we can be proud of ourselves.
Sorry for cutting the drop. A little bit too much highs on the build-up. Maybe what you can do is reduce a little bit. Like, you know the thing of reducing the sub bass as the build-up is going? So sometimes it's good to reduce also a little bit the highs, the top high frequencies. First, because sometimes like pitching things up and noise uplifters and all of that makes gives too much high frequency on the song. But also because this way, when the drop comes and probably you're gonna have a down lifter and a crash and all of that, you're gonna have it's gonna feel like you have more highs because earlier you cut it or reduced it a little bit the highs, so it's gonna add a bit more energy. Okay. Okay, first of all, the vocal here gets a little bit quiet. Then the drop is a bit too loud compared to the build-up, especially to the pre-drop bar, okay? So control that a little bit. And then the kick is a little bit loud, but also in my opinion has a bit too much mids. It's not a bad thing on the mids, it's just personal taste, but it's a bit loud. And maybe as your song has a lot of reverb, maybe you can add a bit more reverb to the leads, okay?
So you say we're over, that our game, but I still feel so strong, feel so strong. And on, to keep moving.
The vocal here doesn't have enough space, so what you can do is use a sidechain EQ. So this way, when the vocal is playing, you reduce a bit on the mids and mid-highs of the instrumental, and this way the vocal has a bit more space. I have videos about that.
Until the light
Really good song, man. Really good song. Nice one. I love it. Okay, next one. Another donation. I don't have Lumar email. So well, in the meantime, until he replies, I'm gonna check J Dressen, and Deep Break, Shibuya. Okay, let's see. This white noise is a bit loud. As I said before in the previous song, also this one has a bit too much highs for me, like too much noise and high frequencies. Maybe reduce a little bit the noise of the snares, make them a little bit shorter, so this way you don't have that much noise. So this way you avoid having more noise, because you already have the hi-hats, you have the blifters and all of that. I will make the vocal a bit louder. And the problem I see is that the kind of, I don't know what was an instrument, but kind of guitar have a lot of mids, but also the vocal has a lot of mids. So in the end, you have a lot of mids in the song. So maybe reduce a little bit on both sounds, or reduce a lot on one sound. You know, kind of 400, 600 hertz, something like that. Be careful here. A lot of resonance. Boom, boom, boom. Resonance in the mid lows. Probably because of the filter or whatever, but make sure you cut those resonance. I think the idea is quite good and it's quite unique. For me, the white noise is way too loud. And the kind of percussion lead sound is really good. Maybe what I would do is the bass. You have a mid bass, like distorted, like drun, drun, drun. I would make that a bit more clear, like maybe a bit more mid highs and make it a little bit louder, so this way it gives an extra energy to the song. The guitar is nice, but it's super loud. I would add a bass in some part of this loop, you know, to like maybe don't have the bass first, but then you add it like boom, like really warm, really deep, really strong. Like maybe, I don't know. Here, when you add the guitar, maybe you can add the bass like boom, boom. You know, this way it's gonna add a lot of weight to the song. Okay, no second drop. No, the idea is good. It sounds pretty unique. Just some problems here and there. Thank you so much, like Mike, for those 40 rupees. Thank you so much. But I got a donation from Lumar or Lumarl, and I don't see his email, so I had a long break but came back with a fire remix. Feedback would be nice. But how can I give feedback if he didn't send the song? Or maybe he sent it with another email. But like his YouTube name is like this. But I don't have anything like this, not anything like this, not anything like this. No. And he didn't reply. Okay, now let's check one randomly, like this, 53, generate. Now I'm at 21. I'm gonna get tired of counting. 1, 2, come with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This guy did it wrong. I mean, guys, why you do this? I put here clearly one link in capital letters, and then I put SoundCloud or Dropbox. It's so clear right here. But you sent an attached song. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna check it. No, this is bullshit. We don't want to download your songs, and this player is bullshit. It's super, super bad. Don't say it like this. I put SoundCloud or Dropbox. Nothing else. Okay? Thank you. 40. Okay, this was 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, and 40. Was 40, right? Yeah. This guy is in chat. Aviro. Aviro or I think it's not, but well. In the meantime, thank you so much, After Generation, for the donation. After Generation. Thank you so much. Aviro's here. Okay, let's check this one. By the way, guys, I said if you want way more detailed feedback, but way more detailed feedback, you can become a Patreon member. Let me show you really quick. You're not seeing the screen right now. Okay, let me show you really quick what kind of feedback I give to my Patreon members. Okay, so this way you get an idea. How can I do this? Well, I don't want you to see the whole mail, but okay, just want to show you. This is a part of the feedback I gave to a Patreon member, not the whole feedback. Okay, not the whole feedback. This. This is the feedback I gave to a Patreon member, and I said it's not the whole feedback. It has like something like this below, you know, like this more. On one song, only one song. Okay, only one song. Like check it. At second 23, you start playing claps every beat. This doesn't work. Blah blah. Keep it on second and fourth. I don't know. This has a problem, you know, because it's empty. This has a problem. Blah blah. I don't know. Let me see if here I have something like no, don't have the EQ things. But sometimes say like boost 1.2 hertz, 1.2 dBs at 347 hertz, you know, on this sound. Why? Because I take an EQ, I put it in FOST, and I check it, and I try maybe boosting here, it works, yeah. I tried boosting here, it works, yeah. So I tell you what EQ I used to check this, you know. This is the feedback I give to my Patreon members. As you can see, it's extremely detailed. I mean, way more detailed of what I do here on YouTube. Way more detailed, okay? If you want it, down below in the description you have the link to be on my Patreon member. Okay? On my Patreon membership. Alright? Lumar, send it again. Yeah, I have it now. Lumarly. Okay. But now I'm going to check the Aviro one. Okay? SoundCloud is not down for me. Okay? And the email is right here. But I said if you want to be a Patreon member, you have the link. Okay, Aviro. think you should unfilter a bit more the sounds, because otherwise like everything is so filtered, but then you have the snaps not filtered at all. A bit of problem there in my opinion. But also I would be unfiltering them slowly, like way too much time filtered. Don't want to sound rude or something, but like this sounds way too childish, you know? Yeah, not really into it. I think it's pretty basic, pretty, yeah, kind of child music, like dun 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 dun, you know? Also, sound selection is pretty basic. I would look for more for other sound banks. Again, here this scene is extremely thin. You need to learn about lead layering, okay, to get strong leads, and also look for better sound banks that have better leads. At least it's in key, you know. There's a lot of people that send this kind of same level that have songs off key, so at least in key. But you need to learn a lot about lead layering, about arranging, about the mixing, you know, making the song sound fatter. And for me, it's a bit too kind of child music, you know. No problem on that. Just keep learning and keep producing, okay? But I cannot really say a lot about this song because basically it needs to work on everything. Thank you so much to Scars for those 40 rupees. And MH is asking, Crow, your Patreon, how often do you do coaching calls and connect with me anytime for 24/7? Connect how? Okay, the coaching calls are just something that they give an extra bonus after some month of being a Patreon member. Okay, depends on if you are basic or pro, is sooner or later. Okay, so after being several months, you're gonna have a free coaching session. But the Connect with Me 24/7 is because I have an exclusive Telegram group with my Patreon members where you can ask whatever thing you want to ask whenever you want. I just check it, I reply to you. You know, sometimes I'm working on something like producing a song or mixing for somebody else or mastering or so, and it's like, oh, this is interesting. I take it my phone, I record something like, okay, for this problem you need to do this, or my advice is to try this thing because it's going to help you on that thing, and blah blah blah. I send it to a Telegram group. Okay, so that's why I mean 24/7 connection with you, because you can contact me whenever you want and ask whatever you want. Okay, is there any free book for music production? I used to read books, music production books in the past. I don't think are that worth it. It's better to watch a tutorial on YouTube where they show you an example and you listen to the example, okay? And book just when you already know the things, just to remember some things. Okay, next one, Lumarly. Ooh. No, these vocals are not working. They are way too much pitched up. So the problem is that all the frequencies of the vocal are just on the high frequencies. They sound a bit annoying, have resonance, and so. You need a de-esser. I would probably put it 1 octave lower, because otherwise you're gonna have way too thin vocal because it doesn't have any mids or mid lows and a lot of high resonance. The reach bass is good, but maybe add a bit more mid lows to it, boost it a little bit more there to make it really fat. The biggest problem in this song is the vocal. Doesn't work because it's way too high and has a lot of high resonance, and the S and the F get way louder and way stronger and way more painful for the ear. You need the snares. Apart from having the claps here, you need some snares. Like, I think you have something like that, but extremely thin and only the noise. You need a strong snare with body. Okay, it's like combining slap house, you know, the bass is more kind of a slap house, but then the drop is more kind of future rave, something like that. Good work. The problem I see first, the kick needs way more strength, needs way more strength, way more punch, you know. The attack is like a bit thin for me. It's not like really strong, like boom, boom, boom. Okay. Then the leads, the melody leads, they need to be louder, they need to be fatter. So look for layering future rave leads. I have a YouTube series of how to make a future rave song. Maybe that helps you on getting this kind of things. But basically what you should do is get these leads, make them louder, and layer with other leads that especially are a bit less detuned. Okay, because you already have the detunement and the noise on these ones, but you need more strength by not detuned leads. Okay. You see, it's like the low end is not really there, it doesn't have enough strength, especially because of the kick. I would probably just change the kick. I mean, actually, yesterday or today, I saw a live stream of Afrojack, and he was saying that if you need to add something to the kick, then change the kick. I'm not that you need to follow that rule 100%. Like you can add a little bit of EQing or a little bit of bass or a little bit of attack, but like really small things, small details. In this case, you need way more punch, you need way more bass, way more body. So I would probably just change the kick. Again, the vocals don't work. I will probably don't have 3 drops because they are basically the same. This part and this part and this part are basically the same. The 3 breaks and the 3 drops are basically the same. So I will probably don't repeat it that much, just 2. But change the vocals. Trust me, change the vocals. Are the biggest problem on this song. The vocals are really annoying because they are really, really, really strong in the highs because they are way too high, you know. So no, not really. Like Mike, how your email? What's your email? Can I go for something to eat, guys? Okay, this way I rest a little bit. So I'm gonna go. Give me 2 minutes while like my replies. I go, I take something to eat, I come back, and we continue with the feedback. And I'm gonna put your favorite song. He replied. Check in Renal. Okay, yeah, it's like this, like Mike. I'm gonna put your favorite song while I go for something to eat. Okay, your favorite song is this one. Yo, I'm sorry. Sorry, I know. Wait. Sorry. I also went to the toilet. Okay. What happened? Only 30 people right now on the live stream. What the fuck? I go 2 minutes and you leave. Come on. Hate you. Love you. Whatever. Okay? Again, as always, cornflake with oatmeal and protein shake. I'm bulking. I need to gain weight, to be stronger. Okay. I was thinking that maybe I wanted to tell you something and I forgot. I don't know. No, never mind. Okay. Just join it how it works for the feedback. You just send it to the email right here, the pinned comment. You have an email. And I'm checking in order and randomly the songs I received, but also putting priority the donations, okay? If somebody donates, it has priority. Okay, let's check this one now. By the way, this is just my advice for you. Then you can do whatever you want to do. Change your artist name. Change it. Because there's already a like Mike. And yeah, you have a 3 and he doesn't have a 3. But there's already a like Mike. And he's way too big to have the same name as him, making the same kind of music. So my advice that you change it. Okay? Then you can do whatever you want to do. Okay, so far the idea is not bad. I think here you get too much noise because of these claps, crowd claps and so. And here I wouldn't have the claps. Well, first, the claps are a bit loud, and I wouldn't have the claps. Or if you want to have the claps, then yeah, I wouldn't have the claps probably, because then the second part is just is too repetitive. You just have the hi-hats, but also hi-hats are way too thin. So we probably don't have the claps in the first part, and then add the claps and the hi-hats here. Can we send MP3 files? No. As you can see, it says one link. This lead is way too loud. The idea is good, but the lead is way too loud compared to the other parts of the song. And maybe the bass is a bit too thin. Like, add a rich bass or add a more distorted sound to really make it fat and deep. I also think the bass progression is not the best one. Doesn't really work. I mean, it's not out of key or something. It's good, but doesn't really give the melody the bass progression it needs. Like doesn't really helps to the melody. to make it sound like really boom, like I'm here and then boom and going down or so. And no, it's not really the best one. Change it. I think first the kick needs more attack, this one. The leads are way too loud. Also these leads here are super loud. But especially it's like, at least me, I didn't know when the drop was going to come. Because you add this and all of a sudden the drop is here, you know? So maybe add a snare, add a clap, or add something before just the beat before the drop. So it's ways like tack, boom, boom, boom. You need a sub bass, you know, a bass line. There's nothing. I think the arrangement is not good. It's like you have this drop, then this. Completely different vibe, completely different song, and then this. It's not like, no, I know you're thinking, oh, it sounds super interesting, super good because it's different. No, actually it doesn't sound like the same song. It feels like you mixed 3 songs, you know? So I wouldn't go for this. I would make the drops the same, or maybe with a bit of variation, but not completely different drops. That is what's happening right now. Okay? Hello, Donald. Okay, let's check now after generation. So it's way I end with the donations. Is this gonna be harsh though? Guys, Volley Mike, check the pinned comment. It's so funny when you all come and say, where can I send my music? I mean, you just need to look at the chat 1 second. You're gonna see that I'm saying in the pinned comment with beautiful color really standing out. Send one link to this email. Okay, so just send it to that email.
You know, I don't even really know where to begin, because it seems like every time I get ahead, I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one ride. Maybe we should all just get along with each other and put away our problems, or whatever it is. We just need to forget about everything and just have a good time here tonight. It's really that simple.
The vibe is so good, so beautiful. Maybe here I would reduce a little bit on the mids around 300-400 hertz to make it a little bit cleaner.
Steps back. So tonight.
And then on the vocal, I would probably reduce a bit the highs, especially put a de-esser, a strong de-esser, but also reduce a little bit the highs. This way it fits better with the vibe of the song. The song is like really filtered, so then if the vocal has too much highs, it's like too much contrast in my opinion. But also,
I'm just gonna let this one ride.
The delay, I would reduce a bit the height of the delay.
Maybe we should all just get along with each other and put away our everything. Listen to me.
Big mistake here. It's good to add the melody here, but it needs to sound epic. It needs to sound super epic. And right now it's like, this sounds way more full and way more epic than the melody.
It's really that simple. Listen to me.
You know, so maybe have 1 bar of gap, you know, 1 bar without anything, and maybe with a reverse delay, like, so it's where you introduce it. But then also add more layers, add the chords, add a strong impact, you know, make this part louder to be like, dun, 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 you know, really strong.
You just gotta keep doing what you're doing and keep moving in your life in the direction that you feel is the best way to go.
This part, I wouldn't have this. And go for this.
Way to go.
You know, because otherwise this part feels so empty and not really like doing the strength. I don't think it's a good choice to have this part here. And then this Way too much mid, sounds super nasal, like around 800 hertz. Reduce a lot there, add more energy by adding a bit more highs, and maybe use OTT to add a bit more highs and make it sound a bit stronger.
You know, I don't even really know where to begin, because it seems like every time I get ahead, I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one ride. Listen to me.
Okay, the kick I think needs way more lows, way more punch, and sub bass, and I think the idea is pretty good. Needs some work on the lead, as I said, and so the problem is that this is too old. I love this kind of hardstyle, but it's too much like 2015, 2018, you know, and it's not like this anymore. And yeah, it's a bullshit because I love it also, but you're gonna have this hardstyle is not gonna get released anywhere. Maybe just by yourself using DistroKid, but not on labels. It's way too old. You know, it's like the old big room. So this is the old hardstyle. There's older hardstyle, of course, but like this hardstyle is not released anymore. You need a stronger one, maybe with other kind of leads, other kind of bass, and so.
You know, I don't even really know where to begin, because it seems like every time I get ahead, I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one ride.
You see, here is good that you have this kind of lead, because we already heard the melody, we already know how it's gonna sound. So the problem here is that we didn't hear the lead at all. Okay, so then you add this, and it seems like the quality of the song is bad. It's like this should be like really epic, and it's not. Okay, so that's why I would delete it from here. But here is good because we already heard the melody, we already heard the leads, we already heard the quality of the song, and then you just add this kind of dry or not the tune lead, and it's good. Okay, so here good, yes, and here no. Also, this way is a bit different, both breaks, you know.
You just gotta keep doing what you're doing and keep moving your life in the direction that you feel is the best way to go. Is the best way to go.
Okay, I like what you do here, like having this kick
The
first.
best way to go.
But as you have it like boom, boom, we expect that the drop is gonna be like this with this kick. Okay, so if you change it, maybe then have it like
The best way to go.
boom, boom, tan, 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 tan. No, I would have more like boom, boom, tun, tun. You know, maybe this way works better, the transition from the kicks. And yeah, of course, I'm not saying labels are not gonna release this. You're always gonna have find one label that can release this. But talking in generic or in the hard dance, hardstyle scene, this is not signable anymore. Of course, you're gonna find some labels, but this is not signable anymore because it's too old. Okay, it's like if you make right now a kind of a PT style song, it's not signable. Labels are not gonna sign it. Of course, you're gonna find any label that is gonna sign it. Yes, this means that it's gonna be like signable in generic terms, or like DJs are gonna support it. No, that's what I'm talking about. You know. Why didn't we listen to non-Dropbox songs? Are we here to listen to music or to watch Visualizer? What? Obviously, you're not here for a long time, right? Because we checked also SoundCloud, and we use SoundCloud or Dropbox because it's way better to see how the song is and to listen to it. Okay? we're here to listen to music, yeah, of course, but I want to know if the drop is here, and then what if I have another drop, or to know where's the break, you know? That's why it's important. Okay, next one. I'm gonna take a random one. No, I'm gonna take it in order, okay? The next one in order is this guy, but I want to know if he is here. Otherwise, I'm not gonna check it. Netvio. Can I share MP3? No. SoundCloud, Dropbox. Guys, it's not that fucking difficult. Please. SoundCloud, Dropbox. Just like this. This guy here, Netvio. I cannot have him, but maybe it's because he didn't talk. But honestly, I don't know why you make this such a difficult thing, or such a bad thing, or like complicated thing. SoundCloud or Dropbox. If SoundCloud is not working in your country, then use Dropbox. That's simple. It's that simple. Can I send a song, an MP3? No. Can I send Spotify? No. Can I send? No. SoundCloud, Dropbox. It's not that difficult, guys. It's not that complicated. I don't know why you make such a big thing on this. It's so simple. SoundCloud or fucking Dropbox. I even have it here in the pinned comment, have it on brackets. SoundCloud or Dropbox. And you are like, can I send an MP3? No, obviously not. Okay. Hola, Distron. Okay, seems like Netvio is not here. So what I'm gonna do is okay, I'm gonna check just lining. Here's the next one. Wait. Okay.
Follow me with your eyes, I believe how much you fantasize about this, about this, about this, about this.
Sí, Distrión, cornflake con copos de avena y batido de proteína, que estoy en volumen, tío. Hay que crecer. About this song, the idea is good. I like it. Okay, I like the rhythm here. Obviously needs stronger lows, you know, like sub bass or piano, pads or so. But then here, the vocal, I mean, it's not bad, but it's 100% dry, and that's the problem. You need to add way more reverb, some delay, this kind of thing.
Believe how much you fantasize about this.
You know, otherwise it's like not finished, like not mixed. And then here is nice. And here, before putting the drum loop, well, the kick and so, I would add reverb clap or a snare or something like ta, boom, 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 you know, like this. You know, something like this. This way, it's like, hey, the beat is coming, you know. Apart from this, I think the leads can be improved, can be a bit better. These hi-hats are not really the best ones, are a bit annoying in my opinion. Add a mid bass with more strength. Here is like these leads, first of all, are pretty basic. They are real loud, and then when they're sighting, it's like, I mean, how to explain? The sighting is so strong, but also we cannot really hear the kick because the kick is not loud enough. So you need to work more on this, okay? Bro, I think you skipped my email. It's after Jay's email. No, I didn't skip your email. It's just not on your turn yet. I mean, just like this. I'm sorry if sometimes I sound rude, okay? But it's like, guys, you need to understand that they get the same question over and over and over and over and over and over every single week. ¿No? Te envié tema, por cierto. Pues tío, no me envíes tema si trabaja en el tema que tienes que trabajar. Vale. The next one by Scars, okay?
There was no driver in the car.
Okay, I'm gonna give you feedback from my perspective, my ideas of how a song should sound, and my taste on electronic music, okay? Because I'm not the best one on techno because I don't listen to techno, honestly, okay? So you need to think on that. I think it's good so far. I think it's good. Maybe here a bit too much reverb, or the reverb on the kicks are a bit dirty, like there is a little bit on the mids. For me, here a bit too much highs, but I think it's good in the end. But then here, I don't really like these kind of flits. For me, they sound pretty ugly. That's my opinion. But especially they sound super mono. That's something you must do. Okay, make it wider because it sounds in the center only. Make it wider. Add more layers and make it wider or so. But then also, like, the melody is super repetitive. I know techno is more kind of basic or more kind of repetitive and all of that, but for me it's super repetitive. It's all the time the same melody, same rhythm, you know? Change it a little bit. Maybe like the melody, okay, you have like 1 bar of melody, so make it 2 bar melody at least, you know, 4 bar melody.
Margie, listen to me. Don't come in here. Go back upstairs.
A bit too much rear for me and makes it sound a bit dirty.
Don't come in here. Did you hear me? Get in the house.
What is
Go
wrong
back
with me?
upstairs. The car. It's in here.
Oh my god.
Clean this this sound, this kind of, I think, I would say speech, but this is a motorcycle, so just clean this a bit. This is too dirty and too chaotic for me. But again, for me, I'm not a techno fan or a techno artist. I think the problem that they hear is that the kick has a lot of reverb, and then yeah, the leads also have a lot of reverb, but they don't sound wet. You know, like the reverb is a bit too much, had a bit too much pre-delay or something, and it's like first the dry signal and then the reverb. So the dry signal is way too dry. You know, so maybe that's what's making me feel weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like it feels like it doesn't fit. This part sounds good to me. Yeah, not my favorite song because I'm not really into techno, but it's good. Thank you so much to Mars for the donation, man. Mars. Okay. I'm gonna take another one in random order, just by using this. Okay, now we have 65. And the guy's asking, when's my turn? I'm gonna say the same thing I say to everybody. Right now there's 36 people here in the live stream. Why should I take your song and not the other 35 songs? Tell me, why yours and not the others? You know, everybody's waiting. The number one, okay. DeMarco. DeMarco's here. Yeah, he's here. Okay. I don't know if it works because SoundCloud doesn't work for me either. Yeah, it works. Is there something off key in this part? ¿Pero qué es lo que está off key? Es como el ataque o algo así, ¿no? Distron.
Heartbroken nights filled with nightmares. I feel lonely.
There's something off key here. I'm not sure if it's the background bass that is too quiet. Yo también creo que alguna atmósfera que tiene tonalidad enfrentando con la progresión. Sí, algo así. I'm not sure what's off key. First, the background thing is way too quiet. You need to make it louder, okay? And then I'm not sure if there's something like an ambient sound, the bass progression is off key, or if it's like the attack of the synth is a bit off key or something like that. I don't know, but like.
Nightmares, I feel lonely. Throat tight in the fear, I'm the breathing.
And the problem here is the melody is clashing with the vocal. You know, it's a bit risky to have melody and vocal at the same time because you don't really know where to pay the attention, okay? But apart from this, the vocal needs to be a little bit louder and roost a little bit on the mid of the vocal.
When you're not with me, I would dream about the end of the week, catching fire. I feel the end is near.
For example, this song has the claps on the left. I wouldn't do this. I would have the claps on the center because then the left signal is going to be stronger, it's going to have more attack, and it's going to be sound fuller because it has the claps. But the right signal doesn't have anything. So for me, it creates an imbalance that is not necessary because you can just put the claps in the center. It's not going to clash with anything, and everything is going to sound better.
I will sit here and I watch. I was like I get the lies.
Okay, make the mid bass a bit stronger and fatter. Reduce the right, is super loud. Make the leads a little bit louder. And yeah, the kick for me is not the best one. I think the kick needs an attack that sounds a bit more like wood, like this kind of thing, you know. It's way too clean or way too tight. The break sounds a bit dirty, as I said. Reduce the mids on the vocal, but also reduce a little bit on the mids of the instrumental. The idea is good, though, okay? That's one. Dumb question. How to make wrist bass for hardstyle? Is the same as making wrist bass for deep house. It's the same, you know, it's just wrist bass. And I have a video about wrist bass, I think. If not, on my Sambang you have wrist bass and bass, hardstyle basses, okay? Okay, let's check now Mars. The donation. Mars. Mars, how is your email? While Mars sends. Okay, okay, got it. But well, in the meantime, I opened the Distron song because probably it's gonna be a good one. Okay, it's the remix, right? I'm gonna have copyright. It's a Spanish song, okay? For the guys that are not Spanish.
Pensé que era un buen momento. Por fin se hacía realidad. Tanto ir
I will make the vocal louder. I think it's a bit too in the background.
de tu silencio. Dicen que te arrastra como el mar.
And maybe a little bit more highs on the vocals apart from making louder. Then when you make the vocal louder, the claps and the hi-hats are gonna be a bit too quiet, so you also need to boost that. I would reduce a little bit on the mid lows, like 200-300 hertz of the snare of this drum beat. And too much sidechain for me. I mean, basically just make the vocal a little bit louder with a bit more highs, not that much sidechain on the drop, and then you're gonna have to control a bit the drums of the break. But the rest is really good. Okay? So let's check Mars.
The same anymore. So who are you again? You always keep it score. So did you win again? We done fought this fight.
Okay, I like so much the vibe. The bass maybe has a little bit too much highs. And then this kind of strings maybe a little bit loud. But then the problem also, even if you control that, the instrumental is taking a bit too much of space of the vocal, so maybe you need to make the vocal a little bit more, a bit louder.
And I'm just so proud to think.
The drums have a lot of bass, rumble bass that sound a bit dirty.
I'm just so proud to think to close the door.
Now here the vocal sounds like it has a bit too much mids and not enough brightness. Okay, the idea is so good. I like a lot the idea. On the build-up, Maybe the uplifters are a bit loud. And then here, I think the snare has a bit too much height and it's taking a lot of space, so maybe reduce a little bit the volume. And then the leads maybe need a bit more, be a bit more present, make them a little bit louder or so, but it's a bit risky because this song has super full. Here I heard some distortion, so be careful in the mastering.
These little cracks under us, the things we see from the surface. Oh, they go so much deeper.
The strings get super loud here. Yeah, add more body to more mid lows to the snare and not that much highs. The rest is really good, really nice song. Really good vibes. Thank you so much to Josh for those $5 Australian. Thank you so much, man. I put you in the list. You told me it's a Skitsar demo. Okay, put you here. Now I'm gonna check NetView because it was his turn earlier, but he wasn't here. Now he is. So I'm gonna take his song. I think it's the most fair thing to do. Okay. I was checking if this was a drop or the intro or something, and I realized that whatever this is, I guess a drop, is extremely long. Like, what the fuck? Way too long. Okay, the vibe on the rhythm is so good, but you need to work more on the production. For example, the lead sound is too high, doesn't have any mid body, any strength, you know, so layer with other leads that maybe are one octave lower or so to cover more of the space, more frequencies to make it fatter. Then the kick, I would change the kick. I would look for a stronger kick with more attack, with more punch, and especially more bass. And the clap or clap or snare maybe is a little bit too dry, so maybe add a small reverb on it. Okay, if this is not the drop, but you want to keep the rhythm, my advice is that you filter the kick. So this way, there's different parts. There's like the drop with the normal kick, and then the break with the filtered kick. This way, you have some difference in the sections of the song, and it's easier to understand because right now this feels as a drop, but it's not the drop, I guess. So you know, the piano is a bit loud. And the vocal needs to be way louder and more present in the mix. It's really masked in the background of the instrumental. But basically it's like you took a loop and you make it 3 minutes long, but there's not a song per se, you know, it's like there's no arrangement. It's just basically the whole beat, and you just delete the melody and put the vocal, and delete the vocal and put the melody, you know. You need to work on that. You need to create different sections in the song, but the idea is good. The idea is good so far. No. No, so send me another link or whatever. Here's another link. No. Another link. Yeah, this one it is. Okay, so far this snare for me has way too much noise. Thanks, Natvio. Remember, well, you weren't here, but remember that in my Patreon I give way more detailed feedback. I show it. If you go back to the live stream, you're gonna see feedback I gave to one Patreon member, and it's way more detailed. If you want it, down below description, you have the link, so you can be a Patreon member.
Let me underneath your skin, show me what's within.
I will make the vocal louder.
Hold me as the night gets cold. Feel the time get slow.
Ah, you see, Zen World is live. That's why not a lot of people today. Ah. First, I think this note on this synth doesn't work. I think you need to go lower. But especially the synth, the lead is like just noise. Doesn't add anything, you know. Make it and just clean noise. It's like nothing else. I mean, add more body to it. Make it a bit more distorted. Maybe a more unique sound, or maybe a more updated sound at least. You know, this is just noise and it doesn't really work. This kick here was extremely loud. Okay, step by step. I like what you do here. Just leaving this is good, but then I would have it like this, like really dry, but then in drop I would add a lot of reverb to these screeches. And then what the hell happened here? Why you reduce the volume of the kick? The kick needs to be always at the same volume all the time. It's good to change on the kicks, but I think the leads, the screeches are not the best ones.
Underneath your skin, found me to you.
Again, way too much noise. Way too much noise, man. Way too much. I mean, basically, I would delete the noise, this noise, and just leave the leads as they are and the chords, but without this noise. Would be way clearer and way better. And I think I would make the mid bass of the kick, okay, the mid frequencies a bit louder, a bit stronger of the tail of the kick. This way it's a bit more present and covers more those frequencies. I think 4 drops is not a good Well, I guess this like bridge between the same drop, but then the bridge maybe is a bit long, you know, like it feels like 4 drops and this is too much. But nice songs, thanks for sending. No more donations, okay. What should we do? Random one in order, or somebody that answers the right question? Okay, I'm gonna check the song. You need to reply fast, okay? I'm gonna send the song of the person that knows when, the day, okay, that I'm gonna release the remixes of my song out of my head. The first one gets feedback. When I'm gonna release the remixes of the song out of my head. The remix winners. We got it. The next one is, the first one is Krups. 16th of December. Okay, let's check Krups. Remember, what he did is use DistroKid to self-release those. Okay, so if you want to self-release music, use that. Krups, I don't have any mail from you, or not at least with that name. Krupish. Corin, are you sure? I mean, really? Just the 16, doesn't mind. Between 19 and 2100. Okay, let's take this one. Krups and Brufs. I like the names. Thanks for the donation, Josh. The vocal is a bit too much in the background, but I like this kind of vibe that it gives, so it's nice. But maybe here, make it a little bit louder. And I would make the rear a bit bigger, like the size of it, you know? Maybe a bit bigger. This was too loud here. Way too loud. The drop is really good. The drop is really good. Doesn't really need any work. Just what I would do is in the second part of the drop, put hi-hats like really strong hi-hats, like kind of distorted or 80s hi-hats, not like really clean, like not like really. That will work really well. The drop is really good. Just the problem is the mix on the break. I mean, the break then is super quiet. And maybe I would just have a normal vocal instead of this kind of reverby vocal. Here, to make it different from the first break, what I would do is use a break beat like. Really good. The drop is really good, really clean, sounds really nice. Just the break, need to work on the break. Okay guys, I'm just gonna check one more song Okay, I'm sorry, not gonna say no, check mine. I wanted to check mine. Yeah, I'm here since the beginning. Blah 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 blah. I know, but there's a lot of people that's here since the beginning, and it's not possible to check all of your songs. Okay, right now I have 66 mails without unread mails, 66 songs that I need to check, and obviously it's not possible. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just random, and let's see if that person is in the chat and check that one. Okay, so number 32. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 21, 22. Is this guy here? Sergi Nix. Is it here? Come on, do it simple for me. Please. 3, 2. Well, I'm gonna check another one. 21, okay. 32. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 22, 21. Wolf Rider. Please tell me you're here. Please. Please make it simple. Three, 2. I think it's not. Wolf Rider, yeah, he's here. He's in the chat. Another one. Okay, let's take this one. My advice, my biggest advice for this song, make a video and release it on TikTok. It can blow. It can be just a random video that not a lot of people see, but it can be, it can blow up. So you never know, so make it. Make the vocal a bit louder. I would have a stronger input here, and here would have a bass, or a kick at least. First, the volumes are not good. I mean, this is super loud compared to this, you know. I can hear how the volume increases. No. The kick is way too old, but also doesn't have enough bass, enough strength. Nah, too basic, man. I think it's too basic. I'm gonna check another song, okay? Okay, 68 now. 68. Oh. 68. Number 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Digo Music is here. I think he's not. No. Okay, next one. I'm gonna wait because maybe he's here, but I think it's not. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Limar Abello. This guy in the chat? Oh, Limar. Yeah, he's in the chat. Okay, let's add this one. Build up and drop. Okay. The vocals in the background are completely off key. The leads are too loud. I would filter them. The snares are also a little bit loud compared to the other sounds. The kick should stand out a little bit more. The leads are a bit loud and not that tight. They could be tighter. The mid bass should be fatter. Way too much noise. And then the third note, I think it is, of the bass. The fourth note is a bit dissonant and it doesn't really work. Yeah, basically what is said, okay? So work on that. Work on that and make sure that everything is on key. Guys, this is it. I'm tired. I need to do all the things. I need to prepare videos because tomorrow I have to record videos. I couldn't record this week. So I need to do it tomorrow. And yeah, okay. Don't start saying please check mine because probably there's 39 people here. Probably 30 of those want the song to be tagged, so I'm not gonna tag right now 30 songs because I want to live, you know. Could you show how sounds resonance frequencies? I have some videos about that, I think, but yeah, maybe I can make a video about it. It's probably gonna be in a long time because I have a lot of videos planned, so it's not gonna be like tomorrow, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for donations. Thank you so much for everything. And I'm so sorry if I didn't take your song. But as I always say, you can learn a lot from the feedback I give to other people. Okay? So for example, here I said that there's too much noise. So go and check your song and see if you have too much noise compared to this one. So if your song has too much noise, then reduce it. And if you understand and you discover that your song has too much noise just by yourself, then you're learning way more than if I tell you. Okay? So yeah, next week another live stream. Okay, don't worry. And I'm thinking on bringing some people next week. I will check that. Okay. But anyway, there's gonna be a live stream. Feedback for sure. If somebody joins the live stream, then we're gonna talk a little bit and then give feedback. Okay, and all of that. But nothing else. Thank you so much. Have fun. See you next week, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, guys. Remember, next Friday, the songs, the remixes coming out everywhere. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere. Okay? So don't miss them. Bye-bye.